I don't think that I'm that important. No, I am not that important. You are right in feeling that way, and I am sorry. I apologize too for talking about how I play into this without validating her feelings about what her live stream was actually about. She deserves for somebody to sit down with her and look through the data and talk about whether or not this has happened and show some damn receipts. I feel like I owe you guys an explanation. It was unclear. It seemed I don't want to say entitled. It did seem a bit self-important. I do apologize because you guys know that I aim to come across a certain way, that I aim to criticize in a certain way, that I aim to speak to you guys in a certain way, and it is never, ever, ever my intention to come across as pompous or self-important or grandiose. Or anything like that, and or even like pity me type of deal. And so maybe, perhaps, well, no, not perhaps, for sure, I should have slept on it probably before saying something, but I do want to explain to you guys because I put a little detail into that video, and I think the rest of my video just kind of glossed over that. And that one little detail was really all the reason that I made that video. I jumped the gun in just hopping on camera and being like, guys, she's talking about me. Like, ugh, I don't want to sound like that. But I had reason to believe that's not the case. And that's what I didn't explain to you guys. Didn't explain well enough. Maybe I was trying to protect someone, but I'm not going to anymore. Hey there. I don't know if this is going to be its own video or if I'm going to tack it on to the beginning of an upcoming video that I've already recorded. In fact, I was recording it around the time I believe that Gabbie was on live stream and kind of really like breaking down, for lack of a better term, just kind of what her, my viewers were alerting me to. But I made a video while I was watching those live streams, and just based on the response to my video, I feel like I owe you guys an explanation. I should have done better. I'm not blaming my sleepiness or my sleep medication. I'm not gonna pull up who is it? Roseanne. I'm not gonna pull a Roseanne on you guys and be like, oh no, like Ambien made me racist. I'm not doing that. What I'm saying is that I was already at a point where I was falling asleep, and I should have known that I can't think straight in that moment. I can't think straight, and I can't put together my words in a cohesive and balanced and fair way. For the fact that my message was, it was unclear. It seemed, I don't want to say entitled. It did seem a bit self-important. That's a good way to put it, and I want to explain that. But because of those reasons and, any adjectives that kind of sound like or relate to those that you maybe took from my video, I do apologize because you guys know that I aim to come across a certain way, that I aim to criticize in a certain way, that I aim to speak to you guys in a certain way, and it is never, ever, ever my intention to come across as pompous or self-important or grandiose or anything like that, and or even like pity me type of deal. And so maybe, perhaps, well, no, not perhaps, for sure, I should have slept on it probably before saying something, but I do want to explain to you guys because I put a little detail into that video, and I think the rest of my video just kind of glossed over that, and that one little detail was really all the reason that I made that video. And so what happened? A couple of days ago, it's funny because in my upcoming video, I will talk about, first of all, I need to know if you guys think it's a good idea for me to release an upcoming video. I made a video just about this line, which I guess is a line in one of Gabbie's songs, but it's something she says a lot. It's something I've heard other creators use, or more so their fans, but Gabbie and her fans use this line a lot about, you just use her name in the title for views, for money, etc. So I made a video about that concept, about how true that is, or what other elements are involved, how much of a cop-out I think that is, etc. So I am asking you guys now to please tell me if that is something that you want to see this week, because it felt good to sit down and make one of my regular videos. But now, after the stupid video I made last night, I wonder if it's even smart to go there. So I'll read the room for a couple of days. But why the hell, right? Why the hell did I think Gabbie was talking about me? So to explain, this whole live stream was really a very distraught Gabbie Hanna, primarily frustrated with YouTube for suppressing her, or allegedly suppressing her. She feels that she's been suppressed and silenced. She was not put on trending when normally she's put on trending when she releases music or something like that. I don't know how all that works. Some things that seemed very strange to me. She was saying that a lot of people's likes on her videos were being removed, that people who were subscribed to her were being unsubscribed, and that people were not receiving her notifications. So a couple things about that. For one, and the other thing too, she says that if you search her name, and this is actually going to be an important part of this video, but she says that if you search her name, then only hate videos come up. So I kind of looked into this a little bit and found that, at least on my end, none of this stuff was true. I'm still subscribed to her. I still receive notifications. I don't know which videos I've liked, so I can't go back to see whether or not they're still liked. And when I searched her name, it was mostly her music videos, and a couple of her, it was like mostly her music videos, a couple of her regular content videos, and maybe like one or two videos that was like a critical video. So I was confused as to why. I don't know. I don't know whether or not this kind of suppression is something that YouTube is doing, and if so, I feel for her. I said this in that video that I took down last night, or from last night that I took down this morning. But I said that I wish that these two conversations had been separate conversations, because the YouTube suppression and all the evidence she has that they are suppressing her is very concerning. And I think that this is something that can be proven or disproven with data somewhere over at YouTube headquarters. Somebody can determine whether or not this stuff is happening, and I do believe Gabbie deserves that. She deserves, with as distraught as she is with and frustrated she is with YouTube right now over something that, whether it's right or wrong, so many of her fans are confirming, she deserves for somebody to sit down with her and look through the data and talk about whether or not this has happened, and show some damn receipts, you know? So that was the bulk of it. The problem where I involved myself, whether I should have or not, was that she said that, kind of going back to how if you search her name, only hate videos come up. And we've talked a lot about hate versus criticism, what Gabbie sees as hate versus criticism. I've never actually heard her refer to any criticism as criticism, but when she says things like this, and when I address it, you can go back. I could probably put a compilation here, but I'm not going to do that. I noticed that I said it in this upcoming video. I never assume that Gabbie sees my videos. And that's not because she's told us she doesn't watch videos made about her. It is because I have such a small platform. Like, why would she? There are times that, I shouldn't say never. Once in a while I wonder. Like, certain little things here and there make me go, I wonder if she's seen one of my videos. But on the whole, I generally don't believe she watches my videos. So, but last night I said that I was one of these people lumped in to this category of hate. She did say that there are some channels that look at both sides. And you know, it is possible. It is possible that that my videos, according to Gabbie Hanna, falls under that category. But I had reason to believe that's not the case, and that's what I didn't explain to you guys. Didn't explain well enough. Maybe I was trying to protect someone, but I'm not going to anymore. This is also, like, I have knots in my stomach. I do try to look at both sides, at least with my last video criticizing her and her last, her like exposed video, apology video. I still don't know what to call it. But you know, I felt that I was fair and measured in how I criticized Gabbie for parts, and I criticized these other parties for their parts. I have said in several tweets, at least. I said in the video that Alex James seems like a really bad friend to her. I was like, it shows in their text messages. It's clear. And I've said in several tweets that I don't care for him. He does not seem like a good friend. He was so petty after that video, with some really just inappropriate tweets that are just meant to incriminate Gabbie. I don't think it's ever appropriate to talk about people in that way. So yeah, I think he's straight up a snake. Like, yeah, I don't blame her for not liking him. I just wish that they would back off from each other, because they're, like I said in the video that's now taken down, they really, or no, either the video that I took down or the video that's coming up, I said that I really think they bring the worst out of each other. So I have noted that Gabbie's not entirely in the wrong all the time. She's not. That's really like near impossible. But I don't know if I was as vocal about that as she would have liked. And this is all assuming she knows anything about my video, which I don't. I don't assume that she does. Here's the reason that I lumped myself in with those, you know, hate channel videos. And I wasn't going to talk much about this person, but screw it. I mean, I would rather give you guys an explanation that makes sense than to try to protect somebody who was never named in the first place. So a couple of days ago, I got a DM on Twitter from a young man, and the message was more or less, hey, somehow your video got recommended to me or autoplayed or something like that on my YouTube, and this girl that you're bashing, it doesn't seem fair or something like that. You shouldn't be talking about her like this or something like that. And it was like, I was thinking like, well, who could we be talking about? Probably Gabbie. I don't know. I mean, I'm critical of a few people, but Gabbie, of course, is, the most likely. So, so I didn't get to the bottom of that right away. But he kept saying, I don't know how this video came across. I don't know how I came across this video. I don't watch this like girly, gossipy stuff. I don't like it, and I don't know how it came up for me. And I was just like, okay, that's funny. That's funny when stuff like that happens. Like sometimes I'll get like kid videos that pop up on my autoplay, and I'm like, what is this all about? Yeah, so we had a conversation where I was very thankful to him for criticizing me and being respectful in how he did it. I appreciated that about this person. I think he was very careful and gentle with most of his words, and then when he did say something that I felt was some adjectives like, oh, at first when I saw you, you looked like you would be boring, but now you're not. And I thought, well, telling me that I look boring is meaner than anything I've ever said about Gabbie. Or there are a couple things he said like that, but then he would take take it back and reword, because he's a nice guy. That's the point. He's a nice guy who took the time to let me know he disagrees with my content. And I've told you guys that I have no issue with you guys disagreeing with anything that I'm saying. Having a conversation with me about it, that's fine. If you think that I'm being too hard on someone, I'm not going to tell you that you're wrong. At least I don't think I have. I think that too hard or too soft, it depends on the person, is what I believe. I think that I pointed out, I think in my video that I took down, there is certain rhetoric that people use, drama channels and just in general critics of her, that they use describing Gabbie, and I highly disagree with that. I don't think it's our place to say that she's a narcissist. I don't think that every single thing she does should be labeled manipulation. I don't think that she is, like she said this herself, a master manipulator. Like, no, she's not. She's a person who some of us think has made some mistakes that she needs to grow from. And that's it. Other than that, that's it. Other than that, she is just a normal girl on YouTube who is pretty intelligent, pretty funny, pretty creative. And those are the reasons that I like her. It's just the self-growth part that I wish that we could see, so that we could see a redemption and stop seeing her social blade plummet. Gosh, I'm rambling. This is going to be its own video, I'm sure. And I hope you guys appreciate this. I'm not trying to make things worse at all, but to give you guys explanation about this friend. So I continued to have conversations with this guy over the past couple of days. And it would be like half about like getting to know you, like questions about me and my life and how old I am and the life experiences that I've had that kind of I bring to my YouTube channel. And then the other half would be just about like Gabbie for the most part. And it was weird because I never flat out asked him, how do you know her? I kind of did. I was like, I'm curious as to how you guys know each other. And he was like, oh, she was just some girl who whose tweets I thought were funny, which very well could be the case. He didn't say that they had spoken or had become friends or anything like that, which I think is an important detail, he never alluded to them having conversations. And then I clicked on his profile just to, see what's the deal with this guy. Let's see more about him. And I saw that he was followed by Gabbie Hanna. And I was like, oh, shoot. Like, you famous? You're followed by Gabbie Hanna. What's the deal with that? And he was like, oh, stop it. I don't know. And all the while has neglected to tell me I have forged a friendship with Gabbie Hanna. And I have been talking to Gabbie Hanna. And I think that is an important detail, because if you've been talking to Gabbie Hanna and then you come to my video and you come to my DMs to tell me what I'm doing to Gabbie, how mean I'm being, etc., which I'm not even going to go into whether or not I'm one of the meaner channels to Gabbie. You guys decide for yourselves. You guys know me enough at this point to determine whether you think I'm mean or fair. I'm going to leave that up to you guys from now on. But it makes a girl wonder, is this coming from this guy completely, or is he speaking on behalf of Gabbie, his new friend? The other part that really kind of I found a bit disheartening and a bit disparaging is that he, according to Gabbie on her live stream, she's been talking to this new friend, and this new friend said, hey, we were just talking about music, blah, blah, blah. I searched your name and nothing but hate videos come up. Nothing else. And she said nothing else came up for him. So I said this in my video I took down. I don't know if that has something to do with your cookies or metadata or the algorithm. I'm using like techie words just to say, like, I don't know if it has something to do with YouTube serving us the videos they think we would like, because like I said, I got her music videos for the most part. He says, according to Gabbie, he says that it's all hate videos, but because he approached me in DMs to talk about my videos about Gabbie, that tells me that I am one of these people. Sorry, it's loud out here. I am one of these channels that is just spreading hate about Gabbie. So I do feel as if not only is this person going to bat for Gabbie perhaps on her behalf, that's it's a feeling I get, and it's uncomfortable. It feels weird. It feels gross. But I tend to believe people at their word, but when things don't add up is when I get an uncomfortable feeling. So for instance, this guy tells me, I don't know how I came across your videos. It was just served to me, autoplay, recommended, or whatever. It just came up for me. And then according to Gabbie, he searched and these videos came up. So there's a discrepancy. There's discrepancy number one. Then the other thing was he talks about how I criticized her. So he had to have watched at least one of my videos or part of one. And according to Gabbie, he said, I haven't watched any of them. They're nothing but hate videos, but I haven't watched any of them. So it's like, my titles aren't hateful, so you have to watch my video to determine that they're hateful. It's just, I jumped the gun in just hopping on camera and being like, guys, she's talking about me. Like, ugh, I don't want to sound like that. I am so sorry for sounding like that. Of course, I didn't sound like literally like that, but I'm sure that to a lot of people that came across that way. So I am sorry for that. I wouldn't care so much if it were just Gabbie stans that didn't like my video, but it was clear that a good bit of my subscribers as well were not happy with the video, and I don't blame you. yeah, it was just this weird exchange between Gabbie and this person, and then this person and me. And then I was actively talking to this person when I put that live stream on my TV. So I'm watching Gabbie and I'm hearing her talk about this person while I'm talking to this person, and everything just felt really gross. I'm not saying either of them was in the wrong. It just felt I felt like somebody wasn't being honest with me, whether that be the person on my TV or the person talking to me in DMs. Somebody was being dishonest, and for good reason. I felt that I was involved in this conversation. Maybe I took something the wrong way. Maybe Gabbie likes my videos or doesn't have a problem with them. And I would love, honestly, I would love one day to hear from Gabbie that that she's not bothered by my videos, that for the most part she does find me to be fair and look at both sides, because that is what I try to do. So I could be mistaken in what I took from that situation yesterday and really the past couple of days. I totally could be wrong. I totally could. I mean, there are definitely some things I'm not wrong about. There are some things there are discrepancies that that very strongly imply lies, which I'm not going to get too upset about that. But I want you guys to know that that is the only reason that I thought that those messages had anything to do with me. I get so grossed out when anything is said to make me sound like I am anybody important on this platform. I'm not. I'm really not. I assume that nobody knows who I am. Somebody said that Peter Mon mentioned me in one of his videos, and I'm like, you've got to be delusional. And I still have not found the video. Not that I'm looking for it, but I pointed that out, and still I don't know what the video is. But when creators notice me, and they're usually much smaller platforms than Gabbie's, but bigger than mine, I am. Oliver's bringing me a toy. Yes, buddy? Yeah? He'll come in with it in a bit. When these other creators notice me, here he is. Oh, he didn't bring me his prey. Yeah, when other creators notice me, I don't take it for granted. Creators that have 200K, etc. I am so flattered that they would take the time to notice me. So I certainly am not going to think that Gabbie Hanna with 6 million subscribers on YouTube gives a rat's behind about me. If I were her, I wouldn't. I mean, I would like to think that if I could put myself in her shoes, I would watch my videos and maybe try to take something fair out of it. But I don't think that I'm that important. I am not that important. Not in the scope of YouTube stuff. I'm too new at this. It's just, there is a discrepancy there. And so that very well could explain why that video last night, sorry, Oliver keeps trying to bump my phone. That very well could be why that video was so ill received. And I understand that. If that is what you took from that, is that I feel so self-important, that I think she's talking about me and I'm taking this personally. Yes, you are right in feeling that way, and I am sorry, because I should not have spoken my side in such a way that wasn't clear about why I thought that for a second. It implies something super freaking pompous and all of that. So I don't blame you if that's what you got from that. But yeah, that's kind of the deal there. I just there's just this weird situation with this mutual friend, and I think it might be best for me, although he's, I will say, very nice guy. Very nice guy. I will say about Gabbie, I've always liked the girl. The fact that she is so distraught right now. I said in an upcoming video, so if I do release that, I will let you know that in the video I did allude to her maybe being a little unhinged right now, and that was before I saw the live stream. So it is not me wanting to make fun of that live stream. I feel for her and how frustrating that must be for YouTube to be doing this to her potentially. That needs to be rectified, and it needs to be rectified today. So I apologize too for talking about how I play into this without validating her feelings about what her live stream was actually about. In my video, I said, these should be two separate conversations, and I do think they should be, but since they weren't two separate conversations, I need to address both. So as far as the YouTube suppression, you're probably not going to see this, Gabbie, but you deserve retribution. You deserve an explanation. You deserve for somebody to stop what they're doing and figure this out. That was a self-censor. I didn't do that in editing. But she deserves that. She does. Or a complete rundown of, when numbers started going through, whatever. She needs somebody to work with her on that, because this is just not right. It's, even if nothing is going wrong on YouTube's end, it is not right for her to feel that way and to feel that YouTube is treating her that way. If she went on that live stream and that live stream were all about how I've been treating her specifically, then she would deserve an explanation, or either an apology or an explanation from me, right? So YouTube is causing her to feel this way, whether they're in the right or the wrong, but YouTube needs to work with her on this. So that's how I feel about that. I hope that I explained myself in such a way that helped you guys understand. I hate when I put something out and I think that it's just kind of like off the cuff, but coming from the heart, and then it just doesn't sit well with you guys. And if it doesn't sit well with you guys, chances are I didn't do a good job at expressing myself. And that's how I feel about last night's video. That said, I did, as that live stream was going on, I was recording a video, and the video, again, was all about this kind of this comeback, or this line that Gabbie and other people use, which is, oh, you use my name, it makes you lots of money, blah, blah, blah. That, I mean, it's a song lyric, so I think being able to speak on a song lyric is a valid video topic. But I need to know if that is something you guys still care to see. I think I was very balanced, measured in what I talk about. I talk about more concepts than just talking about Gabbie. It's more just kind of these little philosophical moments I have with myself, or conversations I have with other people, and that's usually what these videos are about. So my video was more about speaking about people using each other's names, and how much credit goes to whomever, and with a bit of annoyance at not really, partially Gabbie for saying this, well, definitely Gabbie for saying this on Twitter a good bit, but also her stance using that cop-out in my comments. So I don't know how many people are going to comment on this that are actually subscribers of mine. So if you wouldn't mind just letting me know if you are a sub, and then, yes or no, would you like to see that video? I want to make sure that I'm doing right by you guys before anything else, before serving Gabbie, before serving myself, before serving this friend. I want to make sure that I'm serving you guys what you think, what you want to see. Could you hear that? What you want to see. So please let me know. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.